Hey, I'm Claire, and I just wanted to do sort of a free form video, not scripted. Something about why artists like to make art, why we continue to do it, and why do we feel that we have taken maybe the wrong direction with our art. And then so much later in life you find out that you could do things differently, a lot differently than you had been doing them. And I guess that goes for life in general. So, what's a professional artist? Well, I went to Comic-Con in North Carolina, and some of the artists I've known for a little while, and I got overwhelmed with where some of these artists were at and where I wanted to be. So I'm in my 6th decade of life. I just started that. And I feel like, is it too late to continue on shooting for a career like theirs? I don't know. But what does make a professional artist? And I think a professional artist, regardless of what your medium is, that you go and you meet with other artists, and when you see what they're doing and you learn from it and you ask them questions and you admire what they do, I think that's when you are a professional, when you are willing to humble yourself in your technique. And there might be something new. And it takes a while to learn that new technique. Artists are also burdened by AI. Well, some of them, I don't know, because when I look at AI art, I know it's AI. There's no question in my mind about it. And that can be really extremely frustrating, because I've had some trolls on the internet getting mad at me for, I did a piece, I did it by hand, it was all my work, but I couldn't letter it, and I wanted to put some lettering on the bottom of it, and I got attacked for doing that. Like, wait a second, you know I did this by hand. And then you go check their profile, and you look at their work and you realize anything that was good, they copied it. And everything else was not a good quality. Not even, if you're going to copy it, make it look better. I mean, we do learn by that, so it's not necessarily a bad thing, but just don't put it up on the internet and call it yours. So this is real quick. It's a short form video. I'm getting used to doing videos, as you can well tell. So I'm going to read something. Rather than doing all this fancy editing and stuff like that, I figured I'd just read it, and I might stumble over my words. But this is from The Art Spirit, Robert Henry, and that's probably backwards on there. Looks like it is, but anyway, you can figure it out. It's from at least 100 years ago, and Robert Henry was a teacher in America, and he wrote extensive letters of inspiration and encouragement to his students. So really, The Art Spirit is written for a student. So if you're young, you may want to pick it up, but know that yes, it's been at least 100 years. You may not even find it in print. I got this at McKay's, a used bookstore. So, art, when really understood, is the province of every human being. It is simply a question of doing things, anything, well. It is not an outside extra thing. When the artist is alive in any person, whatever his kind of work may be, he becomes an inventive, searching, daring, self-expressing creature. He becomes interesting to other people. He disturbs, upsets, enlightens, and opens ways for a better understanding, where those who are not artists are trying to close the book. He who opens it shows there is still more pages possible. So that was the first paragraph. And there's a lot more. And some of it is a little bit boring. You know it's dated. It's from a whole other century, a different world of art. But let me encourage anyone here, if you're doing anything figurative or whatever the case may be, you need to draw from life. You need to go and get a model, and you need to have that relationship with the model, and you learn by doing so. You commit it to memory, because that's what these comic artists do, especially with anatomy, proportion, composition, perspective. And they clearly been doing it enough that they've committed it to memory. So, well, again, I apologize for the quality of the sound is pretty crappy because my microphone isn't working right now. But I tried to avoid any vocal fry, except for right now. So I thank you for getting this far, and show your support, and, like it, at least for me, please. I'd really appreciate it.